Okay, I have finished my vintage trailer, and this is a recording of the entire thing inside and out. I will start with the car, which is out of scale, so I've put it as close to the viewer as possible. Move up to some bunting, and the white picket fence I decided to put all around. Put the strap over my shoulder here. There's a hammock in the corner, and I was busy with this today. This is the picnic table, and it's out of focus. Sorry about that. There are so many features here. There's a pan full of corn on the cob, and I'm kind of I really need to figure out how to use this camera. There's a grill that has all accoutrements and charcoal underneath and a trash can, and I have the door attached, a screen door. I have, of course, 2 pink flamingos for outside. The metal chairs have vintage trailer magazines on them. And, of course, there's a vintage birdhouse, bird cage that I had to bring outside so the bird could get some fresh air. Croquet. Croquet, anyone? And I added a tent, canvas tent actually. It's pretty neat, handmade. A little fire, and by the fire I have a coffee percolator and 2 mugs. And of course there's beer, and for those who don't drink like me, there's Coke. I will have to turn this, so let's get rid of the car first. The table, I wish I could get closer. On the end here has, yeah, it's just not, There's a little basket of strawberries, and there are hot dogs and hamburgers and buns, ice and lemonade. There's a really cool vintage basket, picnic basket right there. There's a cooler on this side, kind of reminds you of the ones the guys have at the construction sites. And there's watermelon and dip, and I put all, you can barely see it, the silver thing here. It's teeny tiny silverware. Sorry about it being so blurry. Okay, I have to turn this gently, as the birds will fall over, so I'm expecting that to happen. Oh, there they go. Okay, bear with me as I turn this. Dun, 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 dun. I'll even sing for you. You can hear the houses in this house creaking, the old wooden floors. Okay, let me see here. Thankfully I glued everything down. Okay, I'm gonna sit my butt down so I can relax. And I'll start down here. There's a case of Coke on top of the oven. And down inside the house at the sink, there are jadeite, coffee tea flower set. There's a little box of vintage Jell-O. There's a small box of animal crackers that actually has the string. I don't know if you can see that. It's right here. It's one of the coolest pieces I have. And some saran wrap. In the backdrop there, I have some vintage posters of trailers from the time period. And there's a mantle clock and a radio. And there's this really cool strainer over there that's all metal. I love that. A vintage vacuum cleaner. In the sink, well, by the sink is Crisco, because, you know, in the 50s, everything was Crisco. And I have some dirty dishes in the sink, because we all have dirty dishes in our sinks, don't we, girls and boys? I'm on at moving the air conditioner, and on top I have those jadeite lidded hen and rooster I talked about. And one of my favorite pieces is that metal. You can see it on the front. It's a metal fly swatter. Definitely an older piece. I made, you can barely see it, there's a cherry apron on the side that kind of matches the one that I had made for the Halloween. And a rug. Let's see what else. There's a vintage stool. Vintage tabletop. It's a little better from the one that had all the junk on it. Here's Bug. Thank you, Bug. Hello, Facebookers. Okay, you have to get down now. There's a really cool vintage pedestal ashtray, if you guys remember. I know we had one growing up here. And the table has splatterware in red and a really neat lidded cake. My huge hands go in here. And a glass cake stand. And all the settings have a knife, fork, and spoon. But I didn't put them out because I drank too much coffee and I was shaking too much today. Everyone likes the gal that's on the bed. She's definitely a vintage piece. I don't even remember when I got her or where, but I wasn't sure because, like I said, I don't usually put people in, but everyone voted for her to stay, so we'll call her Susie. Susie stays. In the back, a lot of this was in my still photos. There's a vintage metal, welcome to tax season, toaster. A really cool Bakelite bread box, some vintage cookware. There's a tiny, tiny set of measuring spoons there. And up top there's a spice kit, another radio, some really neat Fiestaware, some more posters, vintage posters that I reproduced. I did find the rack for the records, as you can see, they're right there in the metal rack, and I ordered the record player today, so I'm so excited about that coming. And to the left of that is some red splatterware mugs in a rack, and then to the left of that is an old red telephone. And I also ordered a bedside table, but in the interim I have the little lamp and the trailer trash book and a little alarm clock there. And sorry about the being fuzzy again, I'm having a hard time with close-ups on this. In the back, the Mr. Bubble was new, and I changed the scale out to a red one. And there are teeny tiny things up top here, like Noxzema cream, and this is, remember legs for ladies? The pantyhose that came in the egg? That's a miniature one of those. And that's Q-tips. And there's facial tissue, and this is paper towels and Band-Aids. And more toilet paper and a teeny weeny bar of soap. And there's a Reader's Digest and a brush and a plunger because we all need that in the bathroom. Mr. Bubble. In the shower I have up top here you can see, it's a back scrubber. And back there, very difficult to see, the poster is the Long Trailer with Lucy and Desi. And from the stills you guys probably remember, oh, this fell off the wall. Isn't that cool? Little teeny tiny vintage metal accoutrement. All the miniature, like Prel and Decadent. There's a little teeny tiny rubber ducky. And Crest, oil of Olay, Ginate, a toothbrush, Vaseline, and baby oil. Oh, this is great. A little metal curling iron and tissues and towels. So I think I pretty much covered everything. Another one of my favorite pieces is this like lift up. Check it out. The lid lifts up on the trash. I think I covered everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a ball putting it together. Next up, I'm going to be doing the castle. Yay! Thanks for watching.